Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be covering one of my favorite prospects in the entire draft, Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs is a running back from Alabama. If you guys can't tell, I'm a huge Alabama fan. I'm going to do the best I can to have no bias whatsoever. We know that's probably going to be impossible, but we're going to have fun with this video anyway. This is a player I've been able to watch the entire season, so I have a really good idea as to what kind of player I'm getting into. He's super explosive, an amazing pass catcher, but he's very small. That's his big knock. He's looking around like 5'10", maybe 195, 200 pounds. We're hoping to get him up around that 200 range come draft season. But overall, I think he's a damn good player, and I'm super happy we got to land him in the transfer portal this year. Jumping into his profile, you can see that his height is listed at 5'11", 200 pounds. We'll see. I don't know if he's 5'11". We're just going to go with this anyway. We're going to hope that he's 200 pounds. I know that teams like to embellish a lot when their guys are undersized. Come combine time, I hope he just tests well. He's adequate weight. We want to be able to see this guy get into maybe not a full workhorse load, but we want him to be used more than just a third down back. As I said before, this guy transferred. He went to Georgia Tech for his first 2 seasons. He was a 4-star athlete, and as soon as he got on the scene at Georgia Tech, he just dominated. Just looking at his receiving stats really quick, 24 receptions, 35 receptions, 44 receptions. Not even looking at the yards, this guy is just used in the passing game so much. He's kind of just an all-purpose yard monster. At the college level, he was used all 3 downs. Let's hope that translates to the NFL because he's so dynamic. All right, let's jump right into the film. First play, here we go, baby. Backfield, number 1, Jahmyr Gibbs. He looks like Alvin Kamara in pads. And it's just right out the gate, speed. That's all you see with this guy is just speed. I like right here, as soon as this thing opens up right here, he just blasts that hole and he's gone. He splits the defenders and he's just gone. He's so explosive. He gets caught from behind, but he's staying up. This play right here is just a good depiction of how natural his hands are coming out of the backfield. He gets this little play action. He goes to the flat, catches the ball with his hands, and then he just turns on the burners. He beats that guy's angle and just picks up a lot of yards after the catch. This play's sick right here because he comes out of the backfield as a receiver here. He's not just a dump off running back. He comes out of the backfield right here, and then he hits a quick little stick and comes inside. This is called like an angle route, an angle cut, Texas route, whatever you want to call it. As soon as he makes that break, he gets wide open.
2nd and 2 at the 33.
Just bam.
Over the middle. Gibbs with running room.
Explosive. Here he is coming out of the backfield.
Steps up now,
catches a little dump off, comes around the corner. He's got the little dead leg so he can beat that corner. All right, the last few plays, we've already seen him make people miss in the open field. Right here is the same thing. Look at on the backside, just quick dump off, catches it with his hands. He makes this guy miss. Puts the Jets on, baby.
And a touchdown.
He can stay up. He can stay on his feet. He comes out of the backfield here, and he does another one of those angled routes. He doesn't cut it very hard because he's not beating a man. So he kind of rounds it off, catches the ball right here, and then just, it's crazy right after. Just watch this. Rounds that off a bit. He already putting his hand up. He's like, throw the ball to me. Making dudes miss, man. How is he still up? How is he still up?
Looking for 4.
Out of the backfield here. Spin move. It's just the contact balance. He does not go down after first contact. Little hesitation there. He finds a hole. He's fighting for yards, dude. Puts back a little bit and bam. Just a home run hitter, dude. This guy's fast. Explosive as hell. Little power. Good blocking, but dude, he puts on the Jets. Score right here, baby. I remember watching that game. This play right here just shows what kind of discipline this player has. He lets the blocks develop, and then he just finds the crease and he takes off. This is sick. This is a really good run from a smaller guy. He's just patient as hell. Before he hits the hole, he's just patient. Watch number 56 on this play. So he's going to kick out a linebacker, and then watch Jahmyr Gibbs' discipline and his vision. Left guard is going to kick out a linebacker. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to read the other linebacker and then decide to cut it back. The second linebacker has him dead to rights, and he just makes a great move. See, he could have just went outside, but that linebacker was right on him. Just an explosive play, good vision.
On short yardage, Gibbs
Breaks the tackle in the backfield. Yeah, he's just too fast. He breaks that angle easy. Oh, mean cut. That was some sick vision there. Watch this poor safety right here. Just can't do nothing about that. Just cut his ankle's broken so fast. Little goal line. Speed just beats him around the goal line there. Come out of the backfield, help the quarterback. Just makes the man miss. The man didn't even touch him. That looks like a Zach Evans run. There's another angle route out of the backfield. Nice. You like to see those angle routes because it shows that they're actual, like, capable receivers. They're not just a check down option from the backfield. They're actually going out and running routes. This is the things that Gibbs can do. He can just create and just change the game in one snap. Like, he just made that up on the fly right there. Follow the guard. Cut inside the guard. Yeah, baby. So Gibbs looks like just an explosive playmaker. Somebody that can go in on third down and just change the game in one play. A player that comes to mind that's similar in comparison is DeAndre Swift for me. That's someone that came out of college with a really good receiving profile, was a little bit undersized, not the best runner in the world, but he was very, very good at being an overall multi-purpose running back. I think that's kind of where I'm leaning towards with Gibbs. DeAndre Swift was a little bit shorter, but he was also a little bit heavier. So Swift's BMI will look better, but I think stylistically they're very similar. Just a home run hitter, one snap away from a touchdown. So we're going to go ahead and dive into their receiving and running profiles. So first up, we have receiving yard market share. So this is how many receiving yards this player had in relation to the rest of their team. Jahmyr Gibbs dominated all 3 years. He's definitely more dominant as a volume receiver, but I think they were used in a very similar way. This next stat is a little bit closer. This is experience adjusted backfield dominator rating. This stat basically just means how much of the backfield's receiving yards, rushing yards, and touchdowns was he responsible or DeAndre Swift responsible for. They're both just very dominant in their college backfields, and they actually sit really well on that top 12 NFL running back season trend line there. Now, if you look at rushing yards over expected, DeAndre Swift looks like he's a little bit more of a better runner, and I think that's a fair trade-off. Swift was a little bit more of a natural runner. Gibbs is a more gifted receiver, but I think they kind of offset a little bit. They both come into the league with very similar skill set. They can run real routes out of the backfield, not just dump offs. They're home run hitters, one snap away from a touchdown. But to me, neither of these guys, as prospects, felt like they were just going to be dominant 3-down backs every single game and just stay healthy. They're both a little bit undersized, but these are the kind of guys you want to bet on their talent, and hopefully they stay healthy over, a 300 touch season. Sadly, DeAndre Swift hasn't been able to hold up with the workload. Maybe Jahmyr Gibbs is the next one to be able to do that. Maybe he's like the next Jamal Charles or something. But man, Gibbs is so explosive. I love watching that guy play. So let's take a quick peek at DeAndre Swift. They don't look the same when they're running the ball. It's not the comparison that I was making. I'm really just taking their body of work, their strengths and weaknesses, and we're just kind of making a loose comparison. We're never spot on with these comparisons. We're just really trying to find some parallels between two players. That way we can kind of project what kind of player they might be in the NFL. All right, let's get into a little bit of Swift here. He gets a little motion sweep here. Oh yeah, he's got some wiggle to him. He's got the burners too. That was a face mask. Nice, explosive. He looks a little bit thicker. Definitely looks thicker than Gibbs. Nice cutback, nice spin. That felt like a Gibbs run right there to me. He definitely looks thicker though. Nice route out of the backfield, natural. Dude, Swift was so good. I wish he really was. He's a really good NFL player, but I wish he was healthy. He's one of my favorite players in the league. The contact balance, dude, Swift has the burners, man. Who wouldn't want that on their team, man? Oh, he's so explosive. So yeah, I think Swift is a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit more physical. They do both come into the league with very similar skill sets. I thought very highly of Swift, and I still do to this day. I think if you can get Gibbs on your team, you're going to be very happy because you're going to be able to use him in a multitude of different ways. Such a fluid pass catcher out of the backfield. Maybe he doesn't carry the ball 20 times a game, but he has that game-changing speed. You're not going to need to give him 20, 25 touches. I think he's a surefire lock for the early second round this draft. There's a lot of noise about him slipping into the first round. If there's a team like the Bills or Kansas City that desperately need that kind of player, I wouldn't be surprised if he went in the first round. That's all I got for you today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed Jahmyr Gibbs. It's been a pleasure to watch him all season long. I'm going to miss him on my Alabama team this year, I can't lie, but I'm really looking forward to seeing where he lands. He's going to be such a valuable fantasy asset for those guys in PPR leagues, and hopefully he can work himself into a bigger role than just a third down back. Alright boys, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.